Good morning, students. We are going to continue chapter 6 of NCERT, that is tissues. We have already discussed epithelial tissue as well as muscular tissue. Now we are going to continue further with the tissues. So let's begin. First of all, we are going to continue with nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, as the word suggests, are going to participate into that of control and coordination of the body. And as you know, control and coordination is done with the help of brain and spinal cord. So we have nerve tissue, which are also referred as neurons. They contain a cell body in which you can see a long tail is here, that is axonal part, and axons are going to be terminated at the nerve ending or the axon terminals. In the cell body, we find a nucleus and some arms, protoplasmic arms are there, they are referred as dendrites. The axon part having a protective covering which is referred as myelin sheath. The neurons are going to be joined together with that of the nerve fibers, and the junction where the two neurons are going to be connected with each other so that information can be imparted from one end to the another end is referred as synapse. So let's do the another type of tissue, that is connective tissue. Connective tissue, as the word suggests, are going to connect various tissues along with that of various body parts. So, connective tissue are going to form a connection in the body. The cells of the connective tissue are loosely packed and have a space between the cells which is being filled with the jelly-like matrix. Now, we have various type of connective tissue: areolar, dense, regular, adipose, skeleton, fluid. In the dense regular, we have two types of tissues, that is tendon and ligament. And in skeleton, we have again two types, that is cartilage and bone. Fluid of the vascular tissue also have two subtypes, that is blood and lymph. So we are going to basically discuss these five type of connective tissue. Areolar tissue, as the word suggests, they are going to fill the space between the skin and the muscles, and they are going to be present inside the organ around the blood vessels, as you can see in the slide as well. Blood vessels are here. Areolar tissue are going to fill the space between that of the blood vessels. They helps to repair the tissues whenever there are going to be some damage inside that of the body organs. They are going to repair that. Now come to the dense regular tissues. They are of two types, ligaments and tendons. So dense connective tissue are going to connect bones along with that of the muscles. Ligament are going to join the bones, two bones together, which ultimately provide the flexibility for the movement. And tendons are going to join muscles with that of the bones. In this animation, you can easily find out the ligament are more like a elastic kind of thing. They are going to connect the two bones for the contraction and relaxation part. Tendons, this is red, dark red portion is here. That dark red portion is the tendon, and that's going to connect the muscles with that of the bones. So they have proper blood supply as well as they help in contraction and relaxation of the bones. Okay, so they are very very important from the locomotion point of view of the body. You can see here, these are the tendons, and ligaments are going to join the bones, and they are quite flexible. They are more elastic like thing. Now, adipose tissue. Adipose tissues are the fat tissue in simple language. They found below the skin and between internal organs. Various internal organs have various adipose tissues, and uh, they are going to store the excess fat which is being present in the blood. So they are going to store excess of fat in them. Now, skeletal tissue. Skeletal tissue ultimately going to make the framework of the body. We have two types of the skeletal tissue, that is bone and cartilage. In the bone, you can easily find out the cells. Bone cells are referred as osteocytes, and in the osteocytes, we have calcium deposition in a form of ring, that is referred as caniculus. And in the center, we have Harvasian canal, which contain blood vessels and the nerve cells. And when you see the cartilage structure, you will find chondrocyte. Chondrocyte are the cartilage cells, and some matrix is there. They are actually proteinaceous in nature. However, bones are made up of calcium carbonate and phosphorus. Fluid tissue. We have two types of fluid tissue, that is blood and lymph. Blood blood is going to be provide all sort of fluid metrics to the body organs, and it is the actual type of connective tissue because it's going to connect your head to the toe. So whole body is going to be formed in a one single way, that is because of blood. It contains of various types of cells, that is RBC, WBC, and platelets. Along with blood also transport gases, food, as well as hormones and waste material. Now come to the lymph part. Lymph is a pale fluid that baths all of the organ, that is also referred as interstitial tissue fluid, because it is a kind of a fluid which is actually being present inside that of the tissue. It's going to maintain the fluid balance of the tissue. That's all for today. Thank you, students.